We're a little more than a week away from Donald Trump's 100-day mark of his time in office as the President of the United States. So yesterday, during the White House press briefing, Sean Spicer was asked point blank, what do you think Donald Trump's biggest legislative accomplishment has been in these 100 days? What kind of accomplishment should he be boasting about to the public? Sean Spicer could not answer that question. Because I guess, according to Sean Spicer, Donald Trump has accomplished approximately nothing since becoming President of the United States. Now, Spicer did talk about some of Trump's executive orders, I guess the ones that weren't overturned by federal judges, but George Condon, the man who asked the question, specifically said not including executive orders, so Spicer couldn't even get that correct. Basically, what Sean Spicer's failure to answer was that Donald Trump hasn't done anything legislatively. Yeah, he signed a lot of executive orders, but he doesn't have to get congressional approval from that. And the question was basically meant to ask, how is Donald Trump working with the Republican-controlled House, the Republican-controlled Senate, and the people of the United States? And the answer is that he isn't. Right now, not even right now, we've seen this since Donald Trump took office. He's been fighting with various factions within the Republican-controlled House and Senate all throughout his almost 100-day presidency. Nobody is getting along with anyone inside of Republican world, and in fact, about the only legislative accomplishment Donald Trump has had in these past 100 days is when he signed the bill that was cutting Title X funding, which is basically the Republican plan to defund Planned Parenthood and strip millions of low-income women of their health care coverage. That is the only thing Trump has done legislatively. Yeah, he's got executive orders. Yeah, he got Neil Gorsuch through to the Supreme Court. But he has not worked with Congress on anything other than the health care bill, which turned out to be a complete and total disaster for the president. So when Sean Spicer dances around a question about what are Trump's accomplishments, it's not because he wants to list all of these executive orders and other things. It's because he doesn't have anything to talk about. Now, Spicer did tell us that, hey, we're not done yet. I mean, look, we got a little over a week. Anything could happen. And I guess maybe that's true. Maybe Donald Trump can work with Congress and get something passed, anything. I mean, this guy came into office with dozens of promises, things he was going to do on day one, things he was going to do in week one, things he was going to do in his first 100 days. And so far, aside from his failed executive orders restricting Muslims from entering the United States, he hasn't done anything. And to be honest, that's actually a good thing for the American public, because there is nothing that Donald Trump has proposed, nothing that he wants to do that's going to benefit the American people. It's going to benefit corporations and it's going to benefit Trump himself. So the fewer things that Sean Spicer has to say about Trump's legislative accomplishments, the better. Because as Donald Trump signs more things into law, as he signs more bills, as he signs more executive orders, we can be assured that every single one of those is going to be to the detriment of the American public. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you've done all those things, please check out all the videos below. Stay up to date with everything we do here at Ring of Fire.